guys, welcome back to my channel. Wow, it's been such a long time since I've sat down and filmed. I apologize, this video is way overdue, but today we're gonna do a shop my stash video. I'm gonna go through all of the products that were in here last time. I'm pulling everything out because I'm sick of most of these, and then we'll go ahead and shop my stash for new items to use. It's almost Christmas time. We're in December, so I do want to keep that in mind when I'm shopping my stash. Pick up some holiday favorites or things that I like to wear around the holidays. Anyway, if you like Shop My Stash videos, please keep on watching. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. And now let's go ahead and get into all the makeup that has been here for far too long. I've got most of my lippies in here. I'm just going to move that to the side. And I'm going to start with foundations and concealers and all of that. I did have one other foundation in here, which was the L'Oreal serum type of foundation, which I actually finished. I was so happy to finish that one. And I had the concealer, which I'm still working on, and I do want to finish it. So I'm going to keep that on the side. I really, really like that concealer. That's the Iris and Romeo concealer. So just, little recap because they're no longer in here. For primers, I had two in here. I had the Power Grip primer with niacinamide. This is from e.l.f. I mainly used it. I can't believe this. I'm saying this. I used this guy when I was doing my Halloween look. I dressed up as Medusa, and I needed a primer that would grip the eyeshadow kind of all over my body, all over my face, and this was pretty amazing. Really liked it that way, so that's how I used it. And then the other primer I had in here is Laura Mercier Pure Canvas Primer, and this is the hydrating. I love this stuff. I really enjoy hydrating primers, so that one, they're all coming out. I don't think I'm keeping anything in here for this next time around except like mascaras and whatnot. For two foundations that are still in here, and I did use Cle de Peau. This is the Radiant Fluids Natural. Let me rephrase. Radiant Fluid Foundation Natural. It's SPF 25, and I have it in the shade 030 Medium Ochre. Perfect shade for me for this time of the year. I love this foundation. And another one that I just absolutely loved as well, and I kind of reached for this one when I finished the L'Oreal. This was the one I was reaching for the most. I just love how it looks on my skin. This is the Shiseido Revitaliscent Skin Glow Foundation. This is an SPF 30, and I have it in the shade 260 Cashmere. Great shade for this time of the year. The glow on this guy is amazing. The formula is really nice and thin, so it sits really well on the skin, and it lasts for a really long time. Really love this one. Okay, I did have a glowy product, and that was the Dior Forever Glow Star Filter. I have it in the shade 2. This stuff is beautiful, you guys. I applied it all over the skin sometimes, and then I would just use concealer where I needed concealing, and then went on with bronzers and all of that. So like forgo a total foundation. So beautiful, looks really, really nice. The shade 2, again, is perfect for me for this time of the year. I'm pale as heck, so that one worked really, really well. The other concealer I had in here is the Natasha Denona. This is the High Glam Concealer, and this is in the shade N8. This is a little bit deeper on me for this time of the year, but I was still able to make it work. Very full coverage concealer. A little bit goes a very long way. I needed that sometimes, and I really, really liked it. Let's talk about powders real quick. I had a couple powders in here. One of them is the Chanel. This is the Natural Finish Loose Powder, and I have it in the shade 30. It's got a little bit of a tint to it. It's not completely translucent, so I have to be careful. Like, I couldn't wear the Natasha Denona concealer and this at the same day. It's just my skin is really light and I needed some more brightening. But if I use a little bit lighter concealer, I was fine with this powder. It sets the face beautifully. It doesn't budge at all. I felt like it has a little bit of maybe like a mattifying quality to it. But I do use a lot of glowy products, like my primers or my foundations and all of that. But this one just I wouldn't say a natural finish. I would say a little bit more on the matter side. But with setting sprays, it just looked gorgeous on the skin. Some other powders I had in here, I had the Huda Beauty. This is the Cherry Blossom Cake. Sometimes I just like, if I went a little heavy handed with that powder, and I felt like my face is a little bit off balance, like I really needed more brightness under my eye, I would reach for this one. But the one that I used the most was this Can Make Marshmallow Finish Powder, and this is in the shade 02. I really reached for this guy quite a bit. I used it as like my final step after I apply my setting sprays and all of that. I'll take a look at my skin if I need a little bit brightening, especially kind of like around my nose, a little bit in my T-zone. I use this guy and it's beautiful. It's handy. It's perfect. It can live. It lived in my like my purse for when I had meetings, like long meetings all day. That was my touch-up powder. Really, really enjoyed it. And then I had this is a blush, but this is another powder. This is the Laura Mercier Candle Glow Sheer Perfecting Powder. This is in the shade 1. To be honest, I think I used it like just a handful of times. I did travel for quite a bit in March. What? In November. And I had the Hourglass like face palettes with me, which had like a finishing powder in them. So I didn't need to pack this one with me or use it as much, but I do really like this product from Laura Mercier, and unfortunately, it's no longer available. Let's move on to complexion products. I do have a liquid bronzer. This is the Calorie Sun Drip Skin Boosting Peptide Serum Bronzer. On the days that I really did not want to wear foundation or anything like that, I would use that Dior glow filter thing all over my face and then use concealer. This was perfect because it kind of balanced out the look. It wasn't an overly pigmented bronzer, but it still gave some life to my skin and kind of meshed with the rest of the makeup. Really pretty product. The couple products that I used quite a bit are these from the Westman Atelier Trio. This was last holiday season. There's Biscuit, Nectar, and Petal. Biscuit is the contour stick. I use this one quite a bit, you guys. I'll just either straight on my face, or I would use a brush, pick up the product, and then go on my face. Really, really love this guy. Really nice tone. The formula is really good. Petal, I did use quite a bit as well, just not as much as the concealer. It's a beautiful kind of like a little bit mauve, really pretty concealer. What am I talking about? Blush. You can see I'm out of practice. It's been far too long. The one product that I used the least was the highlighter. This is in the shade Lit. No, Nectar. It's the Lit Up Highlighter Stick, Highlight Stick. I didn't use it quite as much. I felt like this just gave that dewy little look. It wasn't overly highlighty, but it wasn't extremely like Vaseline kind of thing. It's not a bad product. It definitely has its place. I just, for some reason, I didn't reach for it as much. But the other two I use quite often, and they're all coming out. We're gonna continue with face palettes, and then I'll move on back to complexion products. My dog is going crazy. I think my neighbors are moving some stuff, and every time there's a little movement outdoors, she's freaking out. So I do apologize for that. We've got the Becca Chrissy Teigen palette. I don't know, you guys. I mean, I used it, I reached for it, but I don't know if this is a product that will actually stay in my collection. I've mentioned it before. I still need to declutter my face palettes, my blushes and highlights, and I'm just dragging because I dread filming these. They're really long, and I'm like, well, what if I decide to declutter something and then a couple days later I'm like, oh, I really needed that, or I really wanted to keep that. So anyway, I'm dragging my behind on getting the declutters filmed up. Let's go back to this palette. I don't know if it will survive the declutter when I end up doing the declutter. It's okay. It's nothing horrible about it. I like the blush and the bronzer quite a bit. I find that the highlighters are slightly a little deep for my skin tone, or at least at this time of the year. They're really pretty. The formula is really pretty, but I don't know. I feel like I love face palettes, and that's one of the reasons why I would want to hold on to it. I just have a thing for face palettes. But at this point, I feel like I have stuff like this in my collection that I might be able to let go of this. I don't know. For now, she's coming out. All right, let's go ahead and talk about bronzers. I know I said Cali Ray and then I moved on to face palettes, but forgive me. For bronzers, I had the Hermes. This is in the shade Sahara. Really pretty bronzer. It could be a little bit deep if I concentrate my brush in the middle. So I have to move a little bit to the side, but it's a really pretty bronzer. Really enjoyed it. It's finally coming out. It's been in here for far too long. The other bronzer I had in here is the Too Faced Sweetie Pie Radiant Matte Bronzer. This kind of gives you a little bit of the like the pinkish kind of glow to it. Kind of a little bit after being in the sun in the summertime kind of thing, although this suits me better at this time of the year. I really like it. I really, really like it. Some days I would just reach for this one and skip blush completely. Yeah, it's a product from Too Faced that I really enjoy. All right, we've got the YSL All Hours Hyper Bronze, and this is in the shade 02. I did use this guy quite a bit as well. I did use it quite often as like a crease for my eye looks. Just slap it all over the crease and go in with a single shadow. I've been really doing that a lot lately. I just won't have time to put on makeup, and some days I just need it. I need, mentally I want to go through the process of put on makeup. So this was really, really handy. It's a beautiful product. And then the last bronzer I had in here is the Pat McGrath Divine Bronzer, and this is in the shade Bronze Dawn. This probably was the least used bronzer out of all of them that were in here, but I did for sure use it. Again, with these tones and like these shades, they're just good for me right now. I have zero self-tanner on, very little sun. I'm not seeing the sun basically indoors all day. So this guy worked pretty well for that. The formula is really nice on it. Is it a favorite bronzer? Probably not, but I do really enjoy it. All right, let's move on to blushes. We've got two, one cream and one liquid blush. From Danessa Myricks, I had the what does she call these? Blush Bellini? I don't know. I have no idea. This is the Rosé and Brunch shade. Oh, this is perfect fall shade. Really, really pretty. You can see all of my brush marks on there. Really beautiful. The formula is really nice. Do really enjoy it. Loved it. And then I have the Cali Ray Blurry Blush. This is in the shade Dream State. This was really nice, although I don't think I used it more than like twice or three times, but I remember the days that I did use it. It looked really nice. It's very blurring. It is a matte product, but it looked really good on the skin. It blended really nicely. The color, this color in particular, was really nice, but I thought of it as more of a like a summery spring color. So I ended up using some of the other blushes a little bit more than this, but I'll show you the color. And it blends like a dream. So pretty. All right, that's it for cream blushes. I had a couple powder blushes. I had the Kosas. This is Hype, Blushes Life, and the shade is Hype. Really loved it. Oh, such a beautiful blush on the skin. And then we had MAC. This is in the shade Melba. The days where I just did not want to do a whole lot, but I still wanted something, I reached for this. It's a gorgeous shade for an everyday look. There's that. I had a Tom Ford blush in here. This is in the shade, I gotta clean my drawers. This is in the shade Cherry Blaze. To be honest, I think I used it like 3 or 4 times. I didn't use it that much. But I love the formula of these blushes from Tom Ford. They're silky, matte. The shades can be used alone or mixed. What I would end up doing is I would start off with a little bit deeper shade, and then I would use this one to kind of like buff the edges. It's kind of like make it look a little bit seamless. I love the formula of these. They're so expensive, but they're pretty. And then the last blush I had is the Pat McGrath. This is in the shade Nude Venus. I did use this guy quite a bit. because again, I was reaching for very easy looks. It's a little bit more rosy, a little bit more pinky than Melba, but it does have that neutral, natural, everyday kind of look kind of thing. So there's that one. And then for highlighters, I had a couple. I think I used them all a lot. I think the one I used the most probably was MAC. So MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and this is in the shade Nuance. They don't have this one anymore, but it's a combination of soft and gentle and some other highlighters in here. Depending on what look I was going for, was I going to go a little bit more pink or a little bit more like warm browns or neutrals or whatever, I would dip my brush in here, like whether here or here or here or here. Some days I just swirl it all together. Really pretty. I love these from MAC. From House Labs, we had the Bio Radiant Gel powder highlighter, and this is in the shade Peach Quartz. This is so pretty, you guys. This is the days where I really wanted a highlight. This is gonna like give me that highlight look. It's not overly subtle or anything like that. It does not emphasize texture though, which is a really nice thing for such a glowy product. And then my beloved Bobbi Brown. This is the Luxe Illuminating Powder in the shade is Golden Hour. I flippin' love this thing. I really love this highlighter. Like, if I don't want to think about which highlighter I'm going to wear for today, or if I'm packing my makeup to go for a work trip or something, this would be the one that I just grab and throw in there because it looks good with anything I do on my eyes, anything that I do on my face. It just looks good. It's subtle, but it's really illuminating. It blends into the skin like a dream. No weird textures or any highlighting any flaws or anything like that. Beautiful product, and I have a big pan in here. I'm gonna be sad when this is no longer around. This was a holiday something at some point. And then the last highlighter I had in here was Cle de Peau Beauty highlighter, and this is in the shade 202 Golden Galaxy. Again, this is a product that I would reach, dip my brush into, like, okay, do I want to stay a little bit cooler? Do I want to go a little bit more bronzy? So I can dip my brush into this anywhere I want, or I could just swirl it all and apply it all on my face. Very, the formula is so finely milled. This guy applies like a dream onto the skin, blends super easily. It's not going to leave you with any harsh lines or like, oh, wow, you went really heavy handed with your highlighter, stripe kind of thing. Really beautiful product. And I did pick up one of their holiday highlighters for this year, which we'll probably pull in because it looks really cool and I cannot wait to play with it. I have quite a bit of new makeup that I just have not had the chance to sit down and film a haul for. But we're gonna pick some of those for today. Okay. Before we move on to eyeshadow palettes, let's talk about single shadows that I had in here. I used all of them and I love all of them. I have three from Kat Von D. These are the Dazzle Sticks. I have the shade, oh my goodness, I can't see. I'm blind. Wow. What is this? Dust Crush, Lash Storm, and Hail Surge. I think my favorite, this is Hail Surge. My favorite was this purpley looking one. Lash Storm is this one. So pretty. But this one is my favorite. This guy is in the shade Dust Crush. Oh, this is so pretty. I use this guy quite often. It doesn't have a whole lot of base color to it. It's a little bit on the sheer, but it has that purple iridescent, little bit of blue, a little bit of pink. Really, really pretty. I don't know. The formula of these is very interesting. Like when you first apply them, they feel a little cooling, kind of like the puck from Half Moon, Half Magic. Very similar, like cool, but then they set and they're really pretty. I'm happy to have them. I scored on these during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. And then the last single shadow is from Kulfi, and this is in the shade Sona Sona. This guy is so pretty, you guys. It's absolutely gorgeous. You can go heavy-handed with this one, like pat it on and like get really intense eye look, or you can just pick up a little bit with your fingers, tap it on, blend it all the way out, and give you just a beautiful sheer of color to the eyes, a little bit of sparkle. So pretty. Really, really enjoyed it. Um, yeah, I love these from Kofi. It's a brand that I've been really enjoying. Okay, now let's talk about the eyeshadow palettes that were in here. I did use all of those, some a lot more than others, but they were all played with and enjoyed. Let's talk about the Gemini 2 from Melt Cosmetics. I think this is the one that I used the least. I reached for the other ones quite a bit more than this one. Simply because I just did not want to have to do an elaborate eye look. Again, I'm going to say it again. A lot of the days I was just so lazy. I would just put up bronzer in my crease and then some sort of sparkly shade all over. Where with this one, I felt like I needed to use it for an entire eye look. Otherwise, it's just not very. I don't think to reach for this one for one topper shade kind of thing. But I love the formula from Melt Cosmetics. I love their grungy eyeshadow palettes. They always have a place in my heart. But for what I've been wearing recently, I just not really used as much. The ABH, this is Fall Romance palette, you guys. I was amazed how much I love this palette. I created quite a few looks with it. I used kind of like split it into quads. I did reach for it occasionally for this shade Crimson here for deepening out and blowing out like my outer corner, kind of like get a faux wing and then really blend it out, and then just go with a like a sparkly, some sort of sparkly shade. I don't know why this one was the one I reached for quite a bit. Beautiful palette. Really, really loved it. And I loved every single look I created with it. Now I need to get some whites. Dominique Cosmetics, the Essential Palette. I think I might have reached for this one the most. I like the fact that it's got the neutral side, the little bit more cooler tone. It's got a little bit more neutral, kind of leaning a little warm tone if I introduce this guy. But the palette is gorgeous. Like these are the type of shimmers I would just pull out and slap all over the lid and call it a day. All right, we've got NARS Climax eyeshadow palette. This is like, she's so pretty. I love the formula of these shimmers in here. They kind of feel creamy, but they're not really a cream product. They are powder. Really pretty palette. It can easily go from subtle to very bam in your face. They layer really nicely. So if you want to deepen out a look, you can start out sheer and then layer a little bit more, and then you'll get that intense look. I loved it. And then lastly, for eyeshadow palettes, I had the Natasha Denona Sunset palette. I did not use it as much as I thought I would, but I did. I did reach for it. I did not really reach for this yellow or this reddish color, mainly the other shades, the more subdued shades in here. Um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like this is a palette that I probably can live without. No, weird, but she's staying for now. All right. Let's quickly talk about what I have for eyeliners and mascaras and all of that. I've got two sample size mascaras in here. I opened these past week. So they're still pretty brand new. I've got the Charlotte Tilbury Exagger Eyes Volume Mascara. I think it just needs to dry out because I'm not getting any exaggerized look from it. I feel like it's very subtle. The Rabanne mascara, which I don't know exactly what it's called, but this is by Rabanne. This has more volumizing to it. I get those spidery lashes that I like. Layering these two has been really, really nice because I feel like I get more drama from the Rabanne. And then I use the Charlotte Tilbury. Again, it could be the fact that it just needs to dry out a bit to kind of spread spread the lashes apart if they get too spidery from Rabanne. But That's what I have for mascaras. I do have one more in here. This is the Lily Lashes Triple X Mascara. This is getting to that sweet spot right now. It can be very intense, which I do like for certain looks. Like it. We've got two brow holders, three brow products. I've got the CoverGirl. This is the ultra fine brow pencil in the shade Honey Brown. I'm gonna have to pull in a new brow product today because this is all I have left, which is maybe one use, maybe. So this guy will be done whenever I do my makeup next. And then for brow gels, I do have the Benefit Fluff Up Brow Max brow wax. Sorry, it is a waxy product. I feel like I prefer brow gels more than brow waxes, but it's some days where I just want, like, I don't need my brows to lay flat and look perfect. They just need a little bit of shaping, a little bit of hold them in place, and then go in with this one. I've been reaching for this. Now, the other product, which I prefer a lot more, is the 24-hour brow setter. This is a gel product. It definitely holds the brow in place. I like the spoolie or the applicator on this one. I can like really lay them down, really brush it through my ends, and then go back and like fluff it a little bit. Really like this guy. It's a sample, but hey, sample lasts me a long time. And then I had three eyeliners in here: Maybelline Precise All Day Liquid Liner, and then the Idol from Lancome. Good eyeliners. I have, you know, I don't buy a whole lot of liquid liners, black liners, but if I get them as gifted purchase, I'm happy. I purchased the Maybelline, but the Idol came as a gifted purchase. And then the last eyeliner in here is the Give Beauty pencil liner. This is in the shade Settle Brown. I do really love this eyeliner. I feel like it stays in the waterline. It looks really, really, really pretty. But I have not been using eyeliners. My eyes got irritated a few months back, and I feel like I'm still dealing with that. So anytime I actually line my waterline, I feel like, it's gotta be worth it. It's gotta be a look that it's gotta be worth it. Otherwise, I just don't want to deal with eye irritation. I haven't been able to nail it down. Like, is it my eyeliners? Is it I have not been able to pinpoint exactly what was causing it. I just think that my eyes need some time. They'll be fine, but yeah, I haven't used it. I didn't use it at all in the past 2 months. It was here. It's gonna stay because I do really like it, and I was hoping to really finish it this year, but that's obviously not happening. For lip products, I know I might have switched things around, might have pulled stuff out, might have put some new things in, according to what I was wearing or what I really wanted to play with. So these were not the only lippies I used for the past 2 months. I definitely dipped into my stash, and I did the same for some other products. Mainly, what would I say mainly for? Maybe for like single shadows, I did reach for other stuff in my collection. I didn't just use what was in here. But let's talk about lippies. They're all have been used. I used every single one of them, if not once, twice, sometimes a lot more. But let's talk about what's in here. I'm going to start with these two because I find them kind of very similar. I do like the Kulfi formula a little bit more. Um, can I say that? I don't know if I would want to say that. I like both of these a lot. They're just slightly different. The Pura Pura Ink, my gosh, Ink Mood Glowy Tint, and this is in the shade 22. I have this guy in a couple new shades now too. So I'm just gonna apply it because I think that's when we're gonna see a little bit of the difference between the two. Super comfortable on the lips. It does leave slight tint. And then we've got the Kulfi, and this is in the shade Rose. I wanted to pick up one more shade during the Sephora VIB sale, but I was being good. See, I feel like this has more of that like oil, where it will leave the stain, but it's not as thick on the lips as Pura Pura. Not that Pura Pura is thick on the lips or uncomfortable or anything like that. It's just the formula of this one, the Kulfi one, is a little bit more thinner, but it's so pretty. They're both gorgeous on the lips. I know that I used two or three, like the other Pura Pura products that I had in my collection, other than this one. I did reach for them sometimes. Okay, let's talk about the product that I used the least. I've got two of those. I have the NYX Butter Gloss, and this is in the shade Bit of Honey. This is a pretty lip gloss. It's nothing wrong with it. It's not, it doesn't last long on the lips. I felt like I really needed to reapply often. Nothing special about it. It's not like extra cushiony or extra glossy, made my looks amazing or anything like that. It just worked. The shade is really nice, and I used it. And then I had the Can Make Juicy Lip Tint, and this is in the shade 02. I think it's just a color kind of thing for this one because the color is, I don't typically reach for these type of colors on my lips. So that was the reason I didn't use it as much. It does leave a beautiful tint to the lip though. Um, and then, so I would apply it, let it dry, and then like if I'm drinking water or anything, I like that. It transfers a little bit, but leaves something behind. So it's not super intense. Yeah, I would like to get that in other shades because I think the formula is really, really nice. We've got a couple lip glosses, and all right, we still gotta talk about these. For lip glosses, I use these quite a bit. I've got the Bobbi Brown. This is the crushed oil infused gloss in Free Spirit. I love this formula. Like I really, really do. Blows out the NYX out of the water. I understand the price difference is probably 10 times. But if I wanted, like I wanted to feel my lips really hydrated and something to do to my lips other than just a little bit of color, I would reach for this one. And then I had NYX. This is Milky Gloss, and this is in the shade Choco Latte Shake. It's a little bit more cool tone that I normally would wear on my lips, but I did use it for certain looks, mainly when I did a little bit more cooler tone look with the Dominique Cosmetics Essential Palette. I did use this guy. And then we've got Kiko Milano. This is in the shade 32. You guys, I have so many of these now. I think I purchased four. I have four of these in my new makeup box, as well as the others that I have in my collection. I love the formula. I really do. They're just so comfortable. They're affordable. The packaging is really, really cute. Calls me. I like them. Had the Summer Fridays lip butter balm, and this is in vanilla beige. This went missing for like a few weeks and finally found it in the pocket of one of my jackets. I was like, yes, I found it because I've been working on this guy for so long. There's not a whole lot of product in here. So I was like, are you kidding me? I'm almost done with this. I'm almost done with this lip butter balm, and here I go losing it. I'm not almost done. This will probably last me another year, but relatively to some newer ones, this has uses in it. Really like that one. But I'm really the one, I don't know if I pulled it in last time, but I have the one from Ole Henriksen. I want to say it's pomegranate something. If I needed nourishing, which I did, the weather has been awful, super dry. My lips, we had some days kind of like, I wouldn't say full on Santa Ana's, but we had days very similar to that. And that's what really revived my lips. I felt like this was not enough, but the Ole Henriksen was amazing. From Tower 28, I have a lip gloss, and this is in the shade Fire. I love the formula. The shade Fire is not my absolute favorite. It's too orangey for my liking, and I feel like with colors like this, they make my teeth look yellow. It could just be a mental thing, but I feel like they don't do the best job at kind of like showing my bright white teeth. From Freck, I had the Makeup Club Soft Blur Lipstick, and the shade is, oh my goodness, Freck Rust. Uh, I did wear that blotted look kind of lip, so I would apply this one, use my fingertip, kind of blend it out so there's no sharp or harsh lines. Oh my God, I love this thing. Really pretty product. And then the last lippy I had in here is from Ulta Beauty, and this is in the shade, oh, Secret, is it the name Secret Passage Lipstick? I don't know. Again, this is a little bit more on the cooler side, so I didn't reach for it as much as, some of the other products. Some days when I wore it, I topped it off with the NYX. This is Milky Gloss, and just kind of like melted the two together to create a little bit less cooler lip look. It's a nice formula. I like the packaging. It's very nice and sleek. It reminds me a little bit of the Gucci lippies, a little bit. So there's that. All of these lippies are coming out. And like I said, I did use quite a few of other lippies from the collection just because sometimes I just wanted something different. I wanted to show some lippies some love. So there's that. And then the last two products in here I'm going to talk about, I've got MAC Painterly. This is drying out. Like I can tell it's really drying out. I can see cracks in it. I reordered a new one. So as soon as that one arrives, I am going to go ahead and call this done. I'm just call it done. It's too dry and I don't want to have to finick with that or have to apply extra pressure on my eyes to blend it out. I usually use my fingertips now that I have no nails. But if I had nails or when my nails were a little bit longer, I did use a brush for it. And I feel like I have to put in extra work more than I really want to. So this guy will be coming out, will be replaced with a brand new one as soon as it arrives. And then the last setting spray in here is this one. I think I also had the MAC Fix Plus in the lavender, which I'm trying to finish before the year ends. So I'm going to focus on this one. Might end up putting it in here instead of on top of my vanity. But the flowers seal the deal, long lasting setting spray, the matte finish. This came in handy with all of the glowy products I had. Like all of the foundations I had were glowy foundations. So this came in handy with that, and I do really like it. It's pretty affordable too. I'm gonna pull it out. That's everything that was in here. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up my desk, put all of these products back, and then let's shop my stash for new items. I'm gonna start with the new makeup. I have a lot of new makeup, and I'm gonna show you the stash other than what's in the drawer. So we'll start with that, and then we'll move on to older products in my collection I would like to play with. All right, I'm gonna start with the new products. They're all still in this one box. I just compiled them all. I did not purchase quite a bit. I hardly purchased stuff from Sephora during the VIB sale. I think I got mainly hair care products, but I did get a product here and there. But for the first time ever, I was under what I budgeted for. Really thought twice about what I was buying, but I compiled quite a bit of things in here, threw them all in. I know I got this guy from during the VIP sale. I do want to pull it in and play with it. This is the Dior Forever Skin Perfect Stick Tint Multi-Usage Foundation. I got the shade 2.5N. It wasn't on my radar, but I did have quite a few subscribers ask about it. And I did watch a couple of videos where people just raved about this product. So we shall see. I don't think I can even return these. I don't remember how long the sale was. I mean, I can return them for credit. I also got the Makeup by Mario powder. This is the Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder. I got the shade 2 Neutral Light. I am gonna pull this guy in as well. So I had been eyeing the what are they? The Makeup by Mario eyeshadow palette, the cooler tone one, and the what's her name? Huda Beauty, her last large palette. And honestly, they're not colors that I typically gravitate towards. So I figured I would give this guy a shot. It's significantly cheaper. And I've heard good things about this line. This is the Revolution. I don't know. It's called the Smoky Icon eyeshadow palette. I've heard some reviews, some really good reviews on this, comparing some of those. I think they have a total of four. Comparing to the Patrick Ta eyeshadow palettes. They come with two creams over here. I don't like how the creams are just covered by a little plasticky thing, but it's fine. For the price, I'm like, okay, I can get my fix of cool tones because I know they're not for me. So I think I'm gonna play with this one for sure, just because of that. And I always miss it when these come out from Bobbi Brown. So I thought maybe I'll get that, or I did get that. Oh, here's that Cle de Peau highlighter. We're definitely pulling this in. This is this year's holiday collection, and this is in the shade 107. We're gonna play with that. Okay. I did get this Hourglass face palette, the Evil Eye one. I'm Lebanese, and Evil Eye is kind of a big part of my culture, not necessarily for me personally, but I know of Evil Eye and what it represents and the reasons behind it. So to me, it's like, hey, it's whatever, you know? I wasn't against it, I wasn't in love with it. I just really wanted the palette itself. If I tell you I got this maybe October, maybe even September, when did I get this? A long time ago. And I haven't touched it yet. She's so pretty. Yeah, I don't know if I want to play with this one or if I want to play with some other products because I don't have a whole lot. What do I want to do? I think I'll pull it in. I think I should play with it, right? It's supposed to be a release for the holidays and I haven't used it yet. So yeah, let's do it. Let's play with it. Yeah, I got this guy. I originally ordered it from Space NK when I ordered their advent calendar. And then they never really sent it to me. And then it went out of stock on their website. I was like, crap, what the heck? So a new Ulta opened near me and they were offering 20% off your entire purchase in store as many times as you want to go. So I got this one and I got a couple other products for that. So this guy, I'm going to pull it in. And that's when I got these. Oh, there's a lot of lip products there. There's a lot of lip. Yeah, it must have been way before Halloween because I bought this. I bought this Milani black cherry vanilla, which I'm not gonna put in today. I used it once or twice. I'm like, not colors for me, but I like the formula. But I got these LA Girl Pro Perfect Oil Control Multitasking Setting Spray, a matte finish. I don't think I'm gonna pull it in just because I really want to finish that MAC one. So I don't think I'm gonna pull this guy in yet, but these two I think I definitely will. They had dips in that store, but a lot of the stuff was sold out. The only thing that were left were the glowy duos. And this is the only one that I was like, okay, well, this kind of works for me. This is the Starlit. So it's a bronzer and a blush, which we'll do swatches of everything after we put it in the drawer. And then I've heard so many things about the cream bronzer from Milani. I got the shade 120, Spilling Tea. Really want to play with these. Okay, oh, and I'm trying to scratch that itch by not buying a $60-$70 eyeshadow palette. This was pretty affordable. The same with the Revolution one, but I feel like they're gonna give me the similar vibes that I've been seeing. They're not gonna bring the bank. I think this was what, $15, and I had 20% off. And I want to say maybe it was 15, the Revolution one, but when I got it, it was discounted. I got it for around $10. So I think I'll play with this one too. I think this would look really pretty for New Year's with these cooler shimmers in here. So let's pull it in and touch it and play with it. Now, what else is in here? Well, there's one more box. So there's, I'm just showing you my haul, pre-hauling. If I end up filming a haul, you would have seen them. But if, the big thing is if, do I have time? From Bobbi Brown, I really wanted to try her shades, her eyeshadows. And I want to say I got it from Macy's. They had a really good deal on these. And I ended up paying a lot less than the $45 price tag. I think I'm gonna really like this taupey one. I hope this is not too golden, but I think this would be so pretty to blend. I mean, it's a holiday palette, right? So maybe I'll pull this in. I don't think I'll pull in the eyeliner or the mascara. I don't need them right now, so I'll just do this guy. They had, or she had, two sets. So there's this one, and there was one that was a little bit more cooler tone, I want to say. Surprise, I didn't get a whole lot from Sephora. I think that was it. There's one more product in here that I actually got from Sephora during their sale, which is this one, the Edam. lip softening balm. They were all sold out, but this was available in store. This is the shade Fix Sauce. So I ordered it for in-store pickup. And then when I went to pick it up, the girl was like, just the one item. I'm like, yes, yes, just the one item. I have more than I need. Thank you very much. But great product. Really nice and hydrating on the lips. I'm gonna pull it in because my lips need it. A friend of mine saw these at Costco and she purchased a set for her and a set for me. I'm not gonna pull them in today, but I thought these were pretty cool. These are BB from Pure Lease. These are the VV Glow and they're BB blush, bronzer, and highlighter. They're very thin formula. I have tested them out and I do really like them. So for like no makeup days, perfect. I'm not gonna get those in. Ole Henriksen, I told you, I tried the one and I fell in love and I had some credit at Sephora I needed to use. And these were 30% off. So I got two. I got the Citrus Sunshine and the Creme Brulee. I'm not going to pull either of these, but I'm just showing you my haul. I have Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. How long ago was that? I have two lippies from that. Maybe I'll pull in this one considering that it's kind of holiday-ish. Let's do that. Pull this one in. I finally got the RMS Super Serum Hydrating Mist. This has been sold out on RMS website for a while, and I've been really wanting to play with it. Not gonna pull it in today because again, I'm showing you my haul, and I told you 4 new Kikos. Look at that. How did that happen? Okay. Yeah, they had them on sale at Ulta, and I just got a couple shades. Shade 7, 10, 17, and 33. I don't know if any of them is a little bit kind of sparkly red. I don't think so. Okay, no. I'm feeling a red lippy, obviously, this time of the year. So no. I don't think I ended up getting the one that was like red sparkles. Did I? No. That's really pretty though. I might end up doing that. Oh, okay. I got something that's sparkly, although it's more pink. Do I want the deeper one or the lighter one? Let's see. So here they are. I think I'm gonna go for this one. I think it's be more well. Yeah, I'm gonna go for this guy, which is shade 17. And that's it from this box. I know I pulled in a lot, but I've been itching. And then these were at Costco for such a good deal. I think they had $5 off. So I ended up getting 3 of the NYX lip oils. I want to say it was like 15 bucks. So I'm like, yes, I'm getting it. I've used the entire one of the shade Supermodel before. I really liked it. Haven't tried the clear one or the newsfeed one before. So, but I know I like these. And if I end up not wanting this one, I can get it for the holiday for my niece or something. Okay, that's box one. Let's look into box two. All right. I placed an order on Chantecaille. Oh, and some other stuff. It's not just Chantecaille in here, but I did place an order on Chantecaille's website. And let's see, I got these from Nordstrom because they were sold out on Chantecaille's website. But I got the elephant and I got the pangolin. These are so pretty, you guys. I think I might have to play with those. I'm not gonna open that one yet. Lisa Eldridge, I finally got her seamless skin enhancing tint. I want to say I ordered this in the Vive bronzer from Space NK. After ordering the advent calendar, I had like $20 worth of points, and they had 25% off. Lisa and Vive. So I got these two. The Vive, I got the bronzer duo in the shade medium. And then the Lisa, I got shade T6. I'm going to pull both of those in. My goodness, my table is already full and we haven't even gone through all of the other makeup. I wanted this from Chantecaille, the Cheetah Eye Trio, ever since it came out. I just never pulled the trigger. It was pretty pricey, but then she had them on sale and you could stack on the 30% loyalty discount. So I was like, I'm getting it. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm not gonna pull it in yet, but there it is. And I did get one of her eye essential trios, which come with a single shade. I want to say it comes with the is it the giraffe that comes in here, or is it the the Mustang? So it comes with one of these in the Mustang shade. Comes with an eyeliner and longest lash mascara. So I haven't tried it. I might keep it for myself, or I might gift it to my mom. But there she is. Um, do we want to pull in these two single shadows? I think we should because these are gonna save my life around the holidays. So let's do that. Okay, that's everything. My mini haul inside my shop, my stash. I hope you guys don't mind. I do have a couple more things that I actually purchased too, but I'm not gonna show them because I might end up sending them as gifts for some of my friends. So I'm not gonna show them today. But I did get a couple products during the holidays, Black Fridays, and whatnot. All right, now let's go ahead and move on. Believe it or not, there's some products in the everyday makeup, like my new makeup drawer, that have been there in a long for a long time. I'm just gonna take a quick peek, and then we'll move to products that are already in my collection. All right, so we're moving to the new makeup drawer. I know I tried to like not put things in here because I wanted to film a haul, and that wasn't working. But there's a couple products in here that I do want to play with, and I'm going to tell you about. Oh yeah, this I played with this one quite a bit. It's an older palette, but yeah, I used it. I don't know why I put it in here instead of putting it somewhere else, like back where it belongs, but I did. I got this guy from. I actually ordered it. Was it Amazon? This is by Clio, the brand Clio, and this is called the truffle something. I got rid of the box. Oh my gosh, what was it called? I don't really know what the shade was it called. Oh, Latte Senior, not truffle, Latte Senior. I love the formula. Oh my goodness. It came with stickers, so I decorated it. Look at me. I'm being childish. Such good formula. I do want to keep it kind of like reach for it when I want to. Let me open it and show you what it looks boring as heck, but my gosh, it kind of helps with and like the days where I'm like, I don't know what to put on my eyes. I would reach for this one in a single shadow and I've got a look if I don't want to use a bronzer. So I highly recommend it. I know for Black Friday they had them. Typically it's $30 or $29.99, but for Black Friday they had them for $17.99. So I was thinking about the lilac looking one, but I decided it's not going to look good on me. So fortunately, they don't have too many shades of it. There's only three shades, and this is the only one that I'm like, okay, I can work. I promised my friend Mariella that I will try this Prada Reveal foundation. I was shocked. She had asked me about it if I've tried it or if I picked it up, and I was like, no, but I've heard good things about it, and she's interested. So I was cleaning up my room yesterday, and I found the samples. I'm like, heck yeah, I'm gonna try it. So I'm gonna pull this in, and I think that will just be it for foundations. I don't think I'll pull a third foundation today. I'll pull concealers, but not a whole lot of foundations. There's just some products in here that's just kind of like odd things. They were either gifts, I don't know. There's not a whole lot of excitement in here. I guess the only exciting products would be maybe some of these lippies. Let's see. Pull them out real quick and I show you what I have. I mean, I hauled these so long ago and I still have not played with them. There's a clear lip gloss from Physicians Formula, not that exciting. There's the Jisoo lip oil. Maybe I'll pull this one, even though I pulled that Edam Choo Choo whatever lip thing. I think I'll pull this one in because it's been in here for months. Here's another Pura. I'm not gonna pull it in. A Summer Fridays lip butter balm. This is in pink sugar. Not gonna pull that in today, but I think I'm gonna pull in this guy. This is by Pat McGrath. It's a lip gloss and it's called the Angelic. I think that this would be really cool for the holidays. Do that. I don't really want the fabric top. I don't really want this plain brown blush or this one. Um, there's the Hollywood Glow Glide highlighter from Charlotte Tilbury. This came in her mystery box. I have two products in here that I just have not used yet from her mystery box. There's this one, and then there's the Disney collab light wand. Um, highlighter. I really want to play with the new one from Cle de Peau. No, I think I'll pull it in. I'll pull in this highlighter too because it's been in here for far too long. These came as gifts with purchase from some order. I don't remember. Ulta for sure. NYX Ultimate Glow Shot, which is in the shade. Does it have a shade name? Where is the shade name? Yes, it's in High Key Lychee. I don't know how this is gonna look on the eyes, but I'm kind of tempted. And the same with the Stila. I've used some of these Stila ones before. It used to be so popular, and now not so much. Oh, this is Glitter and Glow. I'm trying not to use actual glitter on my eyes. I'll probably pass this one on to a friend. So this one is a no, but I do want to try this next one. Giorgio Armani with their liquid eyeshadows. I don't know if this is trying to dupe that or I don't know. I haven't heard anything about these before, but it was in my Ulta free gift with purchase goodie bag. So hey, we have it. I'm gonna pull that in more to know what is it really like, just for testing purposes. From RMS, I have those two mini. They're mini, but I don't need a full size of those. These are blushes, or cream blushes. One came as a gift with purchase when I ordered that RMS spray, and one was a holiday, no, a birthday gift. Don't remember which is which. I want to say the one that was a birthday gift is in the shade Promise. Yeah, must be it because I've swatched it. And then the one that came as a gift with purchase is the shade Beloved. I think I want to pull this in because I've been seeing so many people use red blushes. Which one in particular? I can't remember which specific one it was. And I'm like, I'm kind of curious. I'm going to pull this one in the shade Beloved. Beloved? Did I mix them up? Yeah, it's Beloved. I'm going to do this guy. And that will be it for new stuff. Now I can put whatever's in those boxes back in here. Let's talk about real quick. I want to mention this guy. I'm gonna keep those in here because I know I want to edit them again. I'm gonna mention this guy. So I've been really interested in these from YSL, and honestly, I should have tried this one before Cyber Monday sale ended on YSL. They have 35% off. Like, why would we even need to buy YSL from Sephora? Um, I really liked it. I tried it. I opened it. I'll show it to you real quick. I tried one of the shades, and the hydration that it stayed on my lips, like even with drinking, it did transfer. It's not transfer proof, but I could still feel my lips really hydrated. This is the shade that I use, the one in the middle, which is the shade 44B Nude Lavalier. This is the YSL Love Shine Candy Glow. I'm gonna keep playing with these. I'm actually gonna. It comes with a little brush, little tiny brush that you lose in a second. So, okay, I think that's it. I was really interested in this one, but I don't think I'm gonna pull it in because I have plenty of products pulled in. Yeah, that's it from here. I think we'll go ahead and move on. I don't need any foundations, that's for sure, but I do need concealers. What do I want to do next? Should we do primers? Let's do that. Let's do primers, foundations, concealers, powders, and then we'll circle back to eyeshadow palette. Okay, for face primers, my collection has definitely been pared down really, really well, actually. And I'm so happy with it. I don't need a million face primers. I know what I like. Let's see. I say that. I'm like, it's so pared down. I know what I really like and what I don't really like. I feel like I really want to reach for this guy. My skin has been so irritated and it just needs hydration, you know? So I'm gonna do this. This is the Ritual de Fil, and this is the Thorn Oil Priming Facial Elixir. You shake it up and then apply it. I swear, it blends. A lot of shaking. It's been sitting for a while. I think I'm gonna pull this one in, and let's do one more because why not, right? I want to do. I really want to play with this guy, the Yummy Skin from Vanessa Myricks. I'm going to pull it in. This is in the lighter shade, Main Squeeze. Okay, that's it for primers. Let's get some concealers. All right, pull in a concealer. And maybe I'll pull in one of the glowy products because why not? I love me some glow products. Let's see. We've got some Say ones. Rosy Glow. Got the Charlotte Tilbury. Man, I need the lighter shade. This is in the shade 4 medium. It's my summer shade. Let's see. We've got the L'Oreal one too. I think I'm leaning a little bit more rosy. I think I'm gonna do this guy. I do have it in a little mini, but I don't think I've used the mini yet. So I might end up passing it on to a friend if she wants to try it. But I'm gonna pull in the full size. I had purchased the full size, and for my birthday, one of my friends gifted me the mini. So I'm like, can't say no, you know. She thought about me. Anyway, so we're gonna get this one. This is the Rose Glow by Say. It's a really pretty gel. So it's either this one or the Chantecaille. I really want to get their new, probably their pink or both of them. This stuff is amazing. The Chantecaille Sheer Glow Bronze Face Tint. I think it might be a bit dark for now, so we're just gonna go with this one. Long story. Woo! Always with the rambling, Rania. Concealers. I do really want to finish that Iris and Romeo this year. I really hope that I do, but it can't be the only concealer I play with. I think I'm gonna pull something else in because there's so many good. Ooh, I'm gonna do this one. The House Labs. This is the Triclone. I don't know. What is it called? Who knows? But this is in the shade 14 Light Peach. This is my lightest concealer in my collection, and I feel like I'm as pale as heck. So I'm going to pull that one in. And, oh, why is this separated like that? That's no good. Shake it, shake it. The heck? It's not an older product. It smells like a Ray product. Okay, maybe I should use it and see what I think. Is it gone bad? It can't be gone bad. I just got it. What else do we? Ooh, I missed that C one. Fenty. I missed that one too. So many products, so little time, you guys. Like this one is separated too. Is it just me? No, they smell fine. Oh, I think I know which one I'm gonna do. Should I do Cali Ray? Just okay. I'm gonna do these two. Prism Libre from Givenchy. I reached for it a couple times actually when it was in the store this past 2 months, and I don't know. It's just a beautiful concealer, very light coverage. Well, not very light. I would say light to medium coverage, but it blends like a dream and it looks good on my under eye. I'm gonna pull both of these in. I really gotta figure out why this one was. Maybe it just needed some shaking. Doesn't smell off. All right, we're gonna do these. More than I thought I was gonna pull. For foundations, I have those two new ones. If I don't like them for any reason, I'll come back in here and I'll get something. Mainly what I think I will end up pulling in would be this one, the Makeup Forever Hydro Glow. This is in the shade 1 and 14. I feel like this is the time of the year that I could wear this without being like super glowy. So if all else fails and I need something else, I can reach for this one. I think it's time that I pick up this guy in a little bit lighter shade because this is my summer shade and I do miss it. Okay, that's it from here. Let's move on to powders. Okay, for powders, this is getting out of hand again, out of control. Did I do a powder declutter this year? I don't think I did. Um, yeah, this is insane in here. I think I definitely want to pull in the Chantecaille finishing powder. This is the Lotus Perfect Blur Glow Powder. I do like it as a finishing powder, and I don't feel like I got my money's worth yet, so I do want to pull this in. For loose powders, I think what I'm gonna reach for. What do I want to reach for? I think I want to do this one, the RMS Beauty. I didn't play with it as much as I really wanted to. This is the Hydra Setting Powder in the shade Light. I'm gonna pull in this guy. I have been really liking the brightening look. I have a couple powders like that. These are purple and these are pinks. They should be organized in a better way. Kind of like keep them next to each other. Purple, we've got the Can Make Tokyo. Oh, and this is purple too from Besame. Wow, I haven't used this one in so long. I like it a lot. So we've got the Can Make 02. It's purple. And this one is purple too. This is the Ansu. I still cannot believe I purchased the freaking wrong packaging. This is not as purple. Like this is pinky purple. I am liking that look. And we've got this one from Decorative. This is bulky. This is in the shade 80 Glow Pink. I'm gonna pull in this guy. Okay, I think I want one more powder just in case. Actually, no, I'm gonna skip it. I'm not gonna pull in any more powders because I still have a powder that I'm trying to finish this year, which is it's not happening. Just heads up. I don't think I can finish it this year. So, and I have been mixing this is over here. So I've mixed it with a little bit of Laura Mercier and I mixed it with a little bit of La Prairie. So this is the one that just sits on my vanity and I reach for it a lot. So that's why I cannot finish that. I might be able to finish what's in here, but I'm not going to be able to finish all of it. So I have this one, stays on my vanity. That's kind of like when, all else fails and I need something different, I'm going to use it. That's it for powders. I have it. I have that one, so I'll play with it. I think I'm gonna skip my single eyeshadow drawer. It's a total mess. It absolutely needs a declutter, a revamping. It needs help. It's just exploding. There's a lot more products that I love more than others. We're gonna have to do something with this drawer. So we're not gonna pull anything from here today, but here's a glimpse. Let's get some older eyeshadow palettes. I've been trying to keep the ones that I use in a separate drawer. So I have two drawers that still need to be played with. Let's go into them. All right, drawer number one. I feel like, oh my gosh, it just keeps on growing, you guys. So there's this one, and then there's this one. I don't remember if I've been putting, I think I might have just put the Pat McGrath ones back in here when I should have put them in a separate drawer. I know this I used recently. From here, I finally pulled out my backup. I have a backup of it simply for this shade. But anyway, just cleaning and I pulled it out. It's just gonna go back here somewhere. Come on. Come on, little baby. Here we go. These are just back here. What do we have in here? I've never reached the back of the drawer, so I'm gonna do it. This guy, which I think is perfect with the holidays, although I already pulled out quite a few cooler tones. I'm gonna skip it. Okay, what Rowan, and I think I'm gonna pull one of them out for sure. So I've got my Rowan eyeshadow palettes or quads, and I have this Charlotte Tilbury one. This is Celestial Pearl. I think this is perfect for now. Pull this one in. And then we've got Rowan 50 Dew, which is the cooler tone. We've got 75. Pretty. And then we've got Mood Forever. I think I'm gonna do this one. Mood Forever. Okay. Look at me reaching for smaller palettes. Oh my goodness. Okay, what else do I want from here? Would it be holidays without pulling one of these? I pulled so many palettes, didn't I? But it's okay. They're smaller. Let's see this guy. I decided not to purchase. Last year I didn't buy the holiday palette. I bought it afterwards. And then this year I skipped it. So I'm going to say this is 22, and then I have the one before it. I feel like it's holidays, you know, that I should play with them, but I don't know. There's that. And this is the Celestial Divinity. I love this one. I feel like this one resonated with me more. The question is, do I want to play with it? Or what do we want to play with from here? Should probably move on to the next drawer up. These are just travel essentials. What could I play with for this one? This is 9. You know, the one that I always end up wearing often around Christmas time. I think I'm gonna pull it out. It's just like I reach for it and I put it back in here, but I think I should just pull it out. This is the number 5. It's probably still my number 1. I don't know. I love this palette. These here for Christmas, holidays, oh, I love it. I think I'm gonna pull it in. I have these not in order. Okay, this is 10 and this is 11. 11 was the very pink one, right? No, this video is gonna end up being hours long. These two. I'm just gonna do the 5. All right, let's put these guys back in here. And let's go over here. Just one. Only one palette from here because there's so many already. Which one? Kind of feeling like this guy. I don't know. Maybe because of the packaging. What else is there? Persona, Nobla, Lorac. Let's see. Nobla, Dreamy 2. Ooh, that's pretty. Let's play with this one. It's been really long. All right, and that's it for eyeshadow palettes. It's a lot. But I'm gonna have options. Always think of it that way. Options. It's not a lot of palettes, it's just options, right? I'm not pulling in a face palette. We have the Hourglass, but I do want to get some bronzers, blushes, and highlights. Okay, for bronzers, I do have that cream bronzer from Milani and the Dibs duo ended, and I also have the bronzers from V. So I'm not gonna pull in any creams. I do want to pull in some powders. Um, Powder bronzers. Really want to reach for one of the R masks because I feel like they give a beautiful glow to the skin. So we've got Malibu Muse, which is the more warmer tone, and then we've got Tan Lines, which is a little bit cooler. I think I'm gonna go with Malibu Muse. So we'll do that. Which other bronzers really like for this time? I want to play with one of these, either the Marc Jacobs or the Charlotte Tilbury. The Marc Jacobs. This is in Fantastic. I think that's it because there's that duo from Vive. I don't think there's anything else in here that I would like. Maybe this guy. I guess we could do it. It's got a highlighter too, which I have a nice dip in. Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronzing Glow, and this is light medium, fair medium, sorry. Okay, let's do blushes. For blushes, I don't think I pulled in, other than that cream one, I don't think, well, I have two creams, but I don't think I have any other blushes. So maybe 4, 5 powder blushes would be perfect. I know it's intense, it's a lot, but I have a problem, you guys. I love blushes, and this drawer is out of control. Absolutely out of control. I can't part with any of them though. I think I'm gonna try the Valentino one. I haven't played with it in a while, so we're gonna do this. I hate that they don't have names. It's just 111. I'm gonna do that. I think I think I want to do tough choices, really tough choices. But a couple from Chanel. And which one I should pull in? I should pull in this one. The limited edition 4-pan thing. It's supposed to be a blush and eyeshadows as well. I think this would be a good one. So everything I need. I do this one. Should I do that? Yeah, I want to do that. And I kind of want one more. I know I said only whatever. Who cares what I said? Blushes. I love blush. So, guys, I really need a declutter, blush declutter. Have here. What is almost always forgotten? Stomach is growling. I want one of these. I don't know. I don't think of that shade for this time. So pretty. Yeah. I really kind of want to do this guy. This one or Milani Luminoso. I haven't used it in a while. What do I want to do? This Laura Mercier one is pretty nice, although it doesn't look like much. I'm gonna do this guy. I'm gonna do the Laura Mercier. I forgot. I also have the Hourglass palette, which has blushes in it, so I don't want to overdo it. Let me think. I have quite a bit of cooler tone eyeshadows, so I feel like I need a neutral pink almost. Something on the cooler side. What do I have? I say that right after I say no more blushes, you know? What is wrong with me? do this one. This is MAC, and this is the Shannon Osborne. I'm like, what's her name? Shannon? Peaches and cream. I'm gonna do this one. That's it for blushes. That's a lot of blushes. Let's do highlighters. All right, for highlighters, I've got a couple already. So keep that in mind. This is where we can. Whoop. I feel like this is where we can get some nice holiday highlighters. I've got a couple in mind. I have the Dior one, which is the Pearlescent Glow. I'm going to pull this one in. I gotta do it. I gotta do one of these MAC ones. This is the Snow Flushed. Oh, this is so pretty. Snow Flushed. I'm gonna pull those two in. I'm telling you, I'm going wild highlights. We're going wild highlights. And I think I want to pull in Peachy. This one. Yeah, I'm gonna pull in the Dior Forever Glow Maximizer in the shade. Okay, the only thing remaining is lippies. I want to shop my stash for lippies with you guys, or do I just want to come back and show you what I got? For lip products, I definitely want to pull in some holiday reds. One comes to mind is the Giorgio Armani. This is in the shade 400. Lip Maestro. I love this thing. So I'm going to pull this one in. And then let's do one more. I'm going to do this guy, the Candy Cane from Too Faced. Pull both of these in. Now, let's see. What else do we have? I think I'm going to pull in this one too. And that's it for reds. This is the House Labs. What's this one called? Le Monster Lip Crayon 2.0, and this is in the shade Scarlet Matte. All right, that's it for reds. For lipsticks, actual lipsticks, don't know. Kind of want Ruby Woo. I have to dig for it. There it is. I say that's it for reds, but I can't. I gotta do it. Ruby Woo. Okay, I think that's all. I think. Yeah, that's it for now. Let's go to the next roller down. Okay, I do have some lip treatments. Pull one. I think I only pulled one lip treatment. Two. Because I pulled in that lip oil too. The Jizu. Yeah. Okay, from here, let's get some lip glosses. Ooh, this guy's so pretty. I'm gonna pull it in. This is by Violet FR. I don't know. Violet FR. French. I don't know. Bisou Balm. And this is in the shade Amour Fou. I have no idea. I totally butchered the French language. Totally. From here, anything I want. I pulled in a fun little something. So probably not much. Let's do. All right, put these down. I want something neutral because I feel like I've got either pinks, reds. I don't have a neutral lippy, so we need some neutral lip glosses or something. I do want to pull in this Say one. I really like it. This is a good one. I have the Fenty Gloss Bombs. They live on my table. Maybe I'll pull in do this one. And how about we do... I'm gonna pull in the Rem Beauty one. It looks not very neutrally. Should I do Kaja? No. I'm gonna do this one. They are they not fitting well? I'm gonna do the Fenty Beauty. This is the cream Fenty Glow, but in the cream formula. That's a lot of lippies. I think I pulled in a lot of lippies. But it's fine. It's all right. We love it. We enjoy it. Alrighty, you guys. This is everything I pulled in for this Shop My Stash. It is a jam-packed drawer full of so many pretty goodies. I cannot wait. We are gonna do swatches of everything. I tried to fit everything in here as much as I possibly could. So I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna be jumping around, but I do want to move some products out of my way to kind of ease up the transition. And yeah, I know it's jam-packed full, and I could not find a space for these two, so they're just sitting on my table. And my setting spray is also the MAC Fix Plus. It's sitting on my table. This way I just remember I need to finish it. I guess we'll start with primers, and then we'll do, how I usually would do my makeup. For primers, I pulled in 2 primers. It's gonna be playing Tetris today. The first one I pulled in is the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Glow Serum. I do love this guy. It's very hydrating on my skin. My skin really enjoys it, really loves it. And yeah, I cannot wait to play with it. It has slight tint to it. This is in the shade Main Squeeze, which is the lighter of the 2 she has. But it really does not, like it just blends almost to nothing. So I don't know. I don't know how the deeper one would be for lighter skin tone. I'm not really sure, but for this one, anyway, talking way too much about primer. We haven't even got to the exciting stuff. The other primer I pulled in is the Ritual Defy Thorn Oil Priming Facial Elixir. My skin is going through some rough patches, you guys, and I'm hoping that this will act as good skincare primer mixture. It needs a lot of shaking. I hate that. It needs like a little ball in it. I cannot wait to use this one. I think I'm going to do it after I finish filming. I'm going to put my makeup on, and yeah, I think, if I have time. Okay, for a glowy face product, I pulled in the Shade. This is the Glow Super Gel in the shade is Rose Glow. Again, it has a little bit more color than the Danessa Myricks primer, but not so much where it's like super obvious on the skin, but it's a beautiful glow. And then it dries down. That's the nice thing about it. It doesn't stay tacky, so products can easily go on top of it, no problem. All right, here's the moment of truth. I haven't tried either of these. We have the Lisa Eldridge, the Seamless Skin Enhancing Tint in the shade T6, which says to shake it really well. I've heard nothing but good stuff about this guy, and I just pray to God that the shade is flexible enough, because I don't like when they name things T number. Like, how am I going to know what that means, And swatches online can't always rely on those. That looks light. That looks so light and gray almost. Oh boy. Well, it's got the neutral undertone down pretty well. I feel like maybe slightly on the cool side. That blended like nothing. Okay. Definitely a skin tint. If I'm not a whole lot of coverage, like slight coverage, I can see the difference here and like where I didn't use it. I wonder how it's going to be on my skin. Hopefully the shade is okay. And then we got the Dior Forever Skin Perfector in 2.5N. Yeah, I'm looking forward to trying this guy. Again, it was like nothing but, wow, that's super creamy. Nothing but rave about it. I used the shade 2.5N in their other foundations. Isn't it me, or does it look like the spot where I first applied it never really has more color here. Hmm, no, it must be bruised or something. Feels really nice. Wow, very nice. Okay. I guess maybe it is magical, like everybody said it is. Looking forward to playing with that. I don't know which one I'm going to use tonight, you guys. I don't know. Hmm. Okay. For concealers, I pulled in a color corrector first. Is the Cle de Peau Hideaway. This is the brightening, hydrating under eye serum concealer. And I have it in the shade Warm Sun Glow. It's nice and peachy. Definitely correcting. The concealers, I pulled in House Labs, and this is in the shade 14 Light Peach, really light. I don't know what I was thinking when I purchased this guy. And then I got the Givenchy Prism Libre Skincare and Concealer, and I have it in the shade N250. This is a really nice one. I really like it. Okay. That's my eye primer. Oh boy, I feel so out of practice. I guess let's talk about powders. For powders, I have, see, this one didn't fit very well. I totally forgot that I shopped my stash for this one, like for my new makeup. This is the By Mario Surreal Skin Soft Blur Setting Powder in the shade is too neutral light. I've heard nothing but great things about this guy, so I have hopes. Sephora's doing another 20% off. Let's see, it's actually it starts tomorrow. I'm thinking about if I really like it, I'm gonna use it today. If I really like it, I might pick up the pink one during that one sale he had. Sephora has. What? And I pulled in a brightening pink powder. This is by Decarte. I've used it a handful of times. I remember enjoying it when I first used it. It does have a little bit of glow, so I can't really put it straight under my eyes, but I can like put it around my nose and like a little bit in my forehead. It looks really pretty. And then I pulled in the RMS Hydra Setting Powder. This is in the shade Light. I played with it again a handful of times when I first purchased it, and then I just put it away. So I feel like all of these powders, they just need some love, kind of thing. That's why they're pulled in. Chantecaille, this is a great blurring finishing powder. It has slight glow to it, not as glowy as the Luminous Light from Hourglass, but it does have a little bit glow to it. And this is the Lotus Perfect Blur Glow Powder. I don't know. When I purchased it, it was on discount. I don't know if she still has them on her website or not, but I know it's a collection that came out maybe like 2 years ago. So it's not new or by any means just new to me. That's it for powders. Let's talk about the cream products. I'm just taking a look in the back if I have any creams, and I don't. So I only have these ones. Actually, do we want to do face palette first? Let's do face palette first, and then we'll do cream products. The Hourglass Ambient Lighting, whatever, Edit Unlocked, and this is the Evil Eye one. I should really get rid of those packagings. I just think they're so pretty, and I never want to get rid of them. But yeah, here's the Evil Eye. I totally forgot that I pulled this in when I was pulling all the blushes. Still, I went a little crazy. Just, you know, I think you can understand. I think. I'm going to put it right on top of the foundation. We're going to swatch it. So this one has 3 blushes, a bronzer, highlight, and a finishing powder. Yeah, so we've got the finishing powder in soft light, highlighter in rose gold strobe light, blush in pink fusion, oasis glow, vibrant glow, and then the bronzer is in natural bronze. This was the lightest for this year, and I from last year's, because I bought last year's, I got two. I got the jellyfish, and I got the snake inside, which is the deeper one in the leopard packaging. And I love the leopard packaging. I just feel like I don't use it as much as I use the jellyfish one. Actually, I guess, can I change them myself? Because aren't these like customizable? So can I pop it out? Maybe I'll just change the packaging of I'll put the, yeah, I'll put this set in the leopard. Anyway, I'll let you know if I'm able to do that. Anyways, I use the jellyfish, which is the lighter of the three they released last year, a lot more. Although I love the packaging of the leopard. So I went with the light this year. Shoot, I wanted to swatch on my other arm. I guess we're gonna swatch over here, right over the Lisa Eldridge. So this is the finishing powder. From what I remember, that most of this palette is newer shades. So I'm gonna do the highlighter next, the first blush in the first row, blush in the bottom row. Ooh, that's really pretty. And then the last blush and bronzer. I totally lost my train of thought. Did I finish what I was saying? That this has the newer, maybe they're all new. I don't know. I have no idea. But I don't have these shades in my collection or in other palettes. This is so pretty, you guys. Wow, this is really, really pretty. This is kind of what I would want the jellyfish from last year to be for my skin tone, because I feel like the jellyfish leans a little bit more cooler, where this one is just, oh, that's pretty. I cannot wait to play with it. I'm gonna be the hoarder and keep my packaging. And don't judge me. If this if this I was gonna say, if this movie feels like a movie, if this video is, oh my gosh, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not 2 hour long. I've missed you guys. I've missed talking to you and playing with makeup, and I'm excited for all of my new stuff that I've been just holding on until I share them with you first. Okay. Now I can move to creams. So let's do the creams. I pulled in Milani, which is again new to me. It's not new, but it's new to me. This is in the shade 120 Spilling Tea. I have heard really good things about this one in particular. Okay, that's definitely warm. That's a warm bronzer. There's no mistaking that for maybe a contour or in between. That's a bronzer. Okay. The shade kind of reminds me of the Danessa Myricks bronzer I have, which I really like for my skin tone. I feel like it pulls the olive really well. So I wonder how this is gonna be. All right, from Dibs, we have, this is the Glow Duo, because I think what I've been hearing is more about the normal one, not the glowy line. But anyway, this is the Starlit. Is there no, shoot, I got rid of the packaging. I don't know if there's different names for the bronzer and for the blush, but let's see. Looks a little bit like Milani Luminoso. That's so pretty. That's very glowy. That's borderline highlight. Okay, let's see what the bronzer is like. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad it's not shimmery, glowy like this, because I'm gonna have to use this kind of like skip highlight altogether and just use this one with maybe like a neutral powder blush on top. Ooh, maybe it'll be really good with the Laura Mercier one, but man, that is glowy. Let's see. The bronzer is definitely cooler, a lot cooler than the Milani one is. Ooh, ooh, that smells nice. Oh man, that smells so good. Is it supposed to be scented? Or am I going crazy? It really smells really yummy. Like a little chocolatey something. Okay. And then the blush. Well, I guess it's not as intense as I imagined. Well, it's still gonna, yeah, I think that's definitely gonna be like a highlighter, blush highlighter. Okay, and then the last cream liquid product. Oh no, I have more. There's this one too. Okay, and then the highlighter. The cream highlighter is the Forever Glow Maximizer from Dior, and this is in the shade Peachy. I remembered it because my friend Mariella just like 2 days ago was asking me about it, and I'm like, Man, that's a pretty product. I remember really wanting this pretty badly, and I haven't used it in a while. So I remember it and I pulled it in. And then for the cream blush, this is the RMS. Again, this was a free gift, but I think they sell the shade, a full size. This is in the shade Beloved. I do not need a full size blush, so okay. This is a lip to cheek. Might be using it for lip because it's a really pretty color. I don't know how this is gonna look on my cheeks, you guys, though. I don't know. This might end up being used as a lip product. I'll play with it. I'll let you know. All right. Let's move on to powder products. Let's talk about bronzers first. They're all kind of tucked in. Have this, these over here, and then we have this one. This is the RMS Beauty Malibu Muse bronzer. This just looks so pretty on the skin. It has a beautiful glow to it. Formula is super nice too. Oh, and this is a duo, I guess. So we've got the bronzer and the highlighter, which the bronzer I feel like is kind of a little bit contoury. Wow, that's slipping on my hand. I don't know why. Clean my hand real well. Let's try that. Okay, you can see it starting to show. I like this duo. I really do. I haven't used it in so long. It used to always go on travel with me because I feel like the look I get using this bronzer and then this highlight is very natural, work appropriate. So I haven't used it in a little while. We've got the Vive Modern Bronzer, and this is in the shade 2. I could not decide between the shade 1 and the shade 2. So I relied on reviews, and somebody said that shade 1 did not show up on their skin at all. So we shall see. All right, here's the bronzer and the more contoury shade, I guess. Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad I went with shade 2. I feel like this is gonna look good. It felt really nice too, like super creamy. Really, really nice formula feeling. I think it'll blend really well too. Okay, I love the packaging. Like, so good. Now I wonder if I should have ordered her in like foundation thing. I missed on the sale. I don't need it. Marc Jacobs. This is the Omega Bronze in Fantastic. I haven't played with it in so long because, well, not available anymore. Um, but I remember loving this bronzer. Ooh, see, I still have the tint from the Kulfi, and right next to it is Pura Pura. See how Kulfi has more of a tint? Okay. Let's. I think that's it for bronzers. I'm pretty sure that's it for bronzers. Let's do blushes. For blushes, I pulled in the quad. We'll do this one first. I pulled in the quad from Chanel. I don't know which one was this, but one of their limited editions. And this is in the shade 957 Tendress. I got this in the duty free coming home from Japan, my, my second trip. I'm going again in June, and I cannot wait. I feel like this is perfect. I can see using this trio on my eyes. I can totally see it. Highlighter, kind of a little bit of a neutral blush, more peachy blush, and like a really beautiful, like mauve. It's not mauve though. Oh, rosy. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if I'm colorblind or I see colors slightly different than other people do. I guess that's more like All right. Now for the single blushes, got the Valentino. This again is a cheek and eye product. My hand's still a little wet. It's not um it's swatching really heavy. There's that. The Laura Mercier, this is the blush color infusion in the shade All That Sparkles. I feel like this doesn't look like anything when I swatch it. And then when I start applying it on my face and like building it up, it just transforms. Like it really does. Because the first time when I used it, I was like, what the heck is this? But it looks so pretty. Like kind of brings out your natural cheek color. And then we have Peaches and Cream from MAC. This is a powder blush. It was sent to me by my friend Jen a while back. Oh, that's such a beautiful color. I feel like this is a summer color. All those hot pinks that were coming out. Anyway, that's it for blushes, right? It can't be more. Let's talk about highlighters. For highlighters, I pulled in, oh, I just got these three. Oh no, four. And the cream and whatever I mentioned earlier. We've got MAC Snow Flush Extra Dimension Skin Finish. This highlighter caused so much drama for MAC. They released it as an eyeshadow, and then everybody went bananas for it, and then they released it as a giant highlighter. It's the same exact shade as the eyeshadow. Oh, oh, that's so pretty. I'll probably use it on my eyes too. But man, that's gorgeous. That screams holiday to me. Same with this guy. This is the Dior, very similar to the Fenty Glow Bomb. I don't know how many carats. Is that what it? I have no idea. Anyway, this is the Pearlescent Glow from Dior, and this. Oh, I love this thing. It might be just slightly more um, blue than the one from Fenty. I don't have the one from Fenty anymore. My niece, she robbed me. She robbed me. And since I picked up this one newerish, I decided not to repurchase the Fenty, but I might. This is so pretty, you guys. Oh, again, holiday. And then we've got, this came in her mystery box, the Charlotte Tilbury Glow Glide Face Architect highlighter, and I have the shade Champagne Glow. I like the packaging. You know, it's very Charlotte Tilbury, but why is it rotate so much? Ooh, that's gonna be intense. Wow. Okay. I don't know. Um, yeah, I feel like this is gonna show every little imperfection on my upper cheeks from the weather recently. My skin freaking out. Okay, well, we'll see how it's gonna look. Um, and then, ooh, dang it, I wiped my hand. I totally forgot. There was one more highlighter, just did not fit anywhere. Okay, this is the Cle de Peau, the Luminizing Face Enhancer, and this is for this year's holiday release. I just talk about sucker packaging. My God, this is so pretty. And I swear, I looked up what the animal's supposed to be. Oh, and now I can't remember because it's got wings. It's not a unicorn. Oh my gosh, why can't I remember? I looked it up because I was like, oh, okay. Anyway, all of it is really cute, and I love the fact that I can change, like I can pop out the highlighter so I can put one of the other ones in my collection in here. Anyway, it does have the overspray. Once you work through it, will go away. Oh, first touches, I kind of don't want to touch it because it's so pretty. All right, we're gonna do it. Okay, that is gonna be crazy on my cheeks. Well, I don't know. Feel like it blended so much nicer than the Charlotte Tilbury one went on. I'm gonna have to keep you posted. It might be just something that I only wear around the holidays. I mean, I kind of figured it's gonna be brightening because of all the purples and the pinks and all of that. So we'll see. I'm gonna keep the packaging again because I'm a packaging hoarder, and ah, I almost dropped it, and then I would have cried. Let's move on. Oh, I totally forgot to pull in an eyebrow pencil. Let me do it real quick. Here are the ones I have. I've been repurchasing the CoverGirl every time I see it on a deal because I really like it. But I want to play with this one because one of you guys told me that you like this one just like the Kosas Nano. So that's the one we're going to be using, and I hope the shade works. This is soft brown. Pencil. Oh, it's itty bitty. Work through the first few strokes, warm it up a bit. Okay, very itty bitty, very soft brown though. So have to see, how it looks on my eyes. But man, those are tiny, itty bitty. Okay, cool. Um, let's go ahead. Let's do eyeshadows, and then we'll finish up with lips. I have a lot of eyeshadows, like a lot. I think. Let's see. This one, these singles, and quads. Okay, we'll start with the one over here before I forget it. I feel like things just fell over it. This is the NYX Ultimate Glow Shots, and this is in the shade High Key Lychee. Is it lychee or lychee? I don't like how much I had to pull. I feel like the product can easily just fly out. That looks really nice. Like it was going to take forever to set. So if you want to blend it, maybe give it a minute to set. I don't know about layering. Let's let it dry first. I feel like it's picking up in spots. Ah! Okay, well, try it on days when I don't plan to do much. Now, let's do the Chantecaille singles. We have the luminescent eye shade. I got the pangolin and I got the elephant. Here's the pangolin. I've been wanting these freaking forever, man. And the elephant was sold out for the longest time. I had my notifications at Nordstrom for when it comes back in stocks. I'm like, mine. Okay, here's the elephant. This is the one that I wanted more than anything else forever. It is so, so pretty. It's got like the gold shimmers to it. It's taupey. Oh, that's so pretty. So beautiful. And then the pangolin. I tried this one. I was with my friend. Oh, that's so pretty. And I was gonna pick up one for her and one for me, and then she was like, "No, no, no, I can't. I'll never wear it." She doesn't wear much makeup. I'm like, "Forget it. I'm still gonna get it for me." So, oh, I'm so happy. I'm excited. All right, and then we have the duo from Bobbi Brown, and this is the suede sugar and steel quartz. They're both metallic. They feel really nice. Very similar to the Victoria Beckham like single shadow pots. Oh, those are so pretty. Man, holiday, definite holiday. I don't think they're creams, but they went on just like a cream. So pretty. I'm gonna go ahead and continue. I'm gonna try to squeeze the quads in here. Let's do this one. Let's do the Rowan. This is the Mood Forever. This, with my hands are so cold. I feel like I really have to warm it up first. Warm up the formula, especially with the top two for some reason. So we have that creamy, weird shade. And I'll show you which is which. So we did the cream, this one next to it, this one, and then that one. I feel like these are beautiful one shadow look. I feel like the cream has very little shimmer to it. Like I don't think that we can see it on like through the camera, but it's not just like a matte cream. It has a little bit of highlighting something to it. And then we've got the Charlotte Tilbury quad a couple holidays back, and this is Celestial Pearl. This is so pretty. It reminds me of the Pat McGrath. They're definitely topper shades in here. The only one that's like satiny is this one. Um, I want to put it here. I want them all right next to each other because yeah. So this would be the satiny, the only satiny shade, and then the rest are just kind of like those topper shades from Pat McGrath. Not as intense, but that's how they feel. I feel like this is a lighter version of that Snow Flushed from MAC. Oh, this is so pretty. I love this palette from her. I'm happy that I picked it up. I usually don't. That's it for quads. I guess we can move on to slightly bigger palettes. I'm really curious about how the Revolution one feels. And then I'm gonna have to take a break and go pick up my son. I thought I would finish way before, but I talk. I talk a lot. We've got Revolution. I'm not gonna touch the creams. I don't think that I would even use either of them. I never would use a white and then gray. See, there's a reason why I hesitated. It's very cool tone, very smoky. What is this? This guy? Oh no, not that one. Dang it. Okay. This one. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'm glad I did not go. I don't know. Might end up being a one-time use and then get rid of the packet. I mean, get rid of the palette. Maybe. I don't know. I feel like okay, the bottom row is they feel really creamy. Translating. I would use the bottom row. The top row, like this one, I can't use that color on my eyes. Probably these two. This one, probably, but the silver, I can't. I just so not me. And then let's watch the last two because I feel like, ooh, that's pretty. Oh yeah, now we're talking. Okay. I can use some, I can do some looks with it. I don't know. All right, moving along. We've got, I'm gonna do the Cloud Nine from ColourPop. Another cooler tone palette. Again, with the white. I don't know. What the heck was I thinking when I purchased them? I'm like, I don't want to buy the new Huda palette. I guess I'll swatch the white. Okay, so it went one white. Oh, no, four. What? Okay. I would choose maybe that one. Maybe. My niece is going to be happy. second row. This is possibly what I would use the most. And it didn't swatch very well, huh? Last row. Ooh, that's pretty. Stormy skies. That's pretty. It's got like blue sparkles in it. Okay. I think I'm just gonna have to go out of my comfort zone and actually use those two palettes. This is such a beautiful shade, but man, I can't imagine that on my eyes. I don't know why. I don't know. I prefer warmer tones, neutrals. I feel like silvers and grays don't look the best on me, but I don't know. I'm pretty pale. Maybe I can pull it off with a bright red lipstick. Ooh, that's what I'm gonna do. We've got Nabla, Dreamy 2. I'm not gonna swatch this one. I really gotta go pick up my son, and I think I can squeeze in the lippies. I don't swatch everything. We've got Rem. I love this shade in here. I love that shade. The formula of this shade is just different too. And like this one here. Why have I not used it in a while? It's a beautiful palette, you guys. This shade, I mean, it's kind of like a eggplant color almost. It's so pretty. Brings out the hazel in my eyes. Maybe that's why I like it so much. Okay, I don't want to swatch all of it because again, I'm really sorry. I didn't know. I don't know where the time went. And then we have Pat McGrath. We'll do a couple swatches in here. Probably not the whole thing. Ugh, there we go. Wasn't happening. My hands are so sparkled. I love these. These three shades are it for me. Oh, ho, 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 ho. This was my first introduction to Pat McGrath palettes. And I love all of her other ones, just nothing compares to this one, like these three special shades. I don't know why, in my opinion. I love this for the holidays. Yeah, I think if I look through all of my Christmas looks, I'm pretty sure this is the palette I was wearing. I mean, look at that. So pretty. Okay. Now we've made it all the way to the lippies. Wow. If you lasted all the way to the end, I'm so thankful. I'm so proud of you. Proud of me too for talking for so freaking long. Let's do lippies. I've got some lip treatments. We've got the Edam. This is the Shushu lip softening balm. This is in the shade Fix Sauce. Got that cool metal applicator thing. It's thick, but it's really hydrating. Feels really good on the lips. We've got Jizu. This is strawberry. Is it strawberry or am I just making it up? No way in hell I can watch. I can read that. No, I can't actually. Watermelon sugar. No, no strawberries. Smells just like fake watermelon. Um, We've got some reds. I'm going to move those over. Just a little bit of a red. Ooh, let's do this one. This is Violet FR Bisou Balm, which is a sheer matte lipstick, and this is in the shade Amour Fou. This is very sheer lip balm, but it can be built up, and you get that blurred lip look. It's really pretty on. We've got let's do this one. This is by Nabla. This is the super sheer lipstick, Beyond Blurry, and this is in the shade Aphrodite. Look at this. This was not the shade that I really wanted, but another blurry product. Definitely has more color than the balm, but I expect that. I'm looking forward to playing with these. I'm gonna leave the reds to the end because they're gonna stain me. We've got the Rem Beauty Glossy Balm. This is in the shade Hocus Cocoa. I actually was impressed with this one when I used it before. We've got Say. This is the Glossy Bounce in the wait, what? Glossy Bounce. And the shade is Bounce. Interesting. Okay. I really like this one too. I haven't used this one in a while. This is Fenty Cream Lip Product, and this is in the Fenty Glow. My hand is so sparkly. Oh my goodness. Nice. Kiko Milano. This is in the shade 17. That is sparkly. Ooh, hopefully not too metallic looking on the lips. Okay. We've got Palmgrath, and this is in the shade Angelic. Holiday lippy for sure. Okay, I pulled in Nude Sticks Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencil, and this is in the shade Belle. I do like it as a lip product because I feel like the formula is so nice. I might have to use it as both. And then lastly, the red lippies I pulled in MAC Ruby Woo Bullet. This is a retro matte. I haven't used it in a while. That is all I gotta say. Too Faced Melted Matte in the shade Candy Cane. Smells just like candy cane. And then Giorgio Armani Lip Maestro in the shade 400. It's first time using a full size, brand new. The one I had before was a mini. Oh, that's such a beautiful color. Made a mess. And this is it, you guys. I hope you lasted all the way to the end. If you did, thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Please consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed watching it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.